Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Romeo Jake here. So today I'll be speaking about hobbies. So what are hobbies? Hobbies are activities done regularly on one's leisure time for pleasure. Hobbies are basically activities that someone does with the hope of feeling happy, with the hope of feeling refreshed or feeling more alive, feeling more like themselves. Hobbies are good things that I believe anyone should get. I believe everyone should get hobbies before many things, like before they jump into certain friendships, certain relationships, because with hobbies, you get to have fun with yourself, you get to enjoy yourself, you get to eliminate a lot of boredom, you get to become more of yourself basically. And that on its own is very exciting because you also get to like have things to say about yourself or to share with other people that you meet. Most people don't have much to say about themselves, or they feel like their lives may be boring and stuff like that. So try doing something, try finding a hobby for yourself that you think you may enjoy and stuff like that, and do that thing regularly. Put yourself in a high mood. Like there are times when, like especially for students or for people who are working and stuff like that, there are times when you feel like you've been doing what you're doing regularly, that you kind of lost yourself, you are not that person that you used to be. So you can use that, you can basically use hobbies to reconnect with yourself and to feel more like yourself. So how do you go about this hobby hunting? It's a very simple task that shouldn't be complicated. People will usually try to complicate it when it's really just simple. I don't know how people even do go about complicating hobby hunting. So hobby hunting is like you try to do, or you try to go into things that you think can make you happy. So it's impossible. It's basically impossible for you to know at the first go, the very first go, that this thing will make me happy. So you have to engage in a process of trial and error. Try a few things. If it doesn't work, move to the next thing. If it doesn't work, move to the next thing. So here's the trick, or here's the thing that I use most of the time. In a year, there are 4 3 months. In a year, there are 4 3 months. So you can try doing something for 3 months. If you see that in these 3 months it doesn't work out for you, or it's not something that you feel, something that speaks to you, or something that brings out that love or stuff like that, then you can move on to the next thing. So you can try in a year, you can basically try 4 new hobbies. So I'm sure by the end of 1 year, 6 months, you would have found something that's exciting, because I believe you would have tried enough hobbies to know if something is for you and if something is not for you. And in that time also, like, you can find multiple hobbies that connect with you. For example, uh, I deem I deem self education as a hobby. So I don't know if I'm wrong or right about this. Or you can try reading books. If you find that reading books is something that speaks to you, it's a great thing. You could try drawing. You shouldn't complicate it. Get a sketchbook, draw things and stuff like that. Obviously, like at the beginning of each hobby, or when you're starting something new, you wouldn't be proficient. So you shouldn't expect perfectionism. You shouldn't expect to be very good at whatever the activity or whatever the hobby may be. Be a beginner in everything. So then the nice thing about hobbies or trying something new is that you get to be a beginner. You get to learn anew. Like you get to learn something new that is outside of your daily routines, outside of the loop of things that you do continuously. Because I feel like on a day-to-day basis, we basically do the same things, just variations, if not the exact same things, variations of the same things we do. We perform our basic human functions, like bathing, showering, eating, sleeping, or like those things. And then you can add, maybe on our free time, we use our phones, check a few apps, maybe 5 apps that you open every day. So that's just routine. You know you're going to do this thing no matter what. So hobbies are like that at first, or like adding something new to your hobbies list, or adding something new to your day will be a foreign concept. But with time, you can adapt. With time, it can be something that you do regularly. For example, I for one have many hobbies that now have become my daily habits. Like, it's not something, or they are not things that I think about. Like they have become second nature, or what, like I do them routinely to a point where I don't have to think about doing them or not doing them, which is good because these things get to help me to stay focused, to stay sane, to stay me, basically, to remain me and to know what I need to do when I feel like I'm losing myself. Sometimes you can feel like you're losing yourself. I don't know if you can relate, but there are times when I'm not producing, like especially with my creative work, like blogging, even with YouTube. There are times when you're feeling like you're not producing work that you're happy with or work that is up to par with your potential. So you have to recharge. So you have to go back to those hobbies. You can go back to those habits or hobbies, whatever you want to call it. So sometimes you just want to do things that excites you, man. Things that get you going, things that fuel your passion and make you you. So the reason why I recommend that you get hobbies, because hobbies carry with them communities. They have communities around them. That's why, like, you get, what's better than meeting people who share the same interests as you? I don't know. I don't know if any better thing, because you get to discuss the same things. Like you meet your people, basically people who understand you. So I'll give you an example with my hobbies. I'll just pick one. I'll pick skating. I used to skate. I don't skate anymore, but I'll get back to it. Uh, I broke a few of my boards. I lost some of my boards. So I should buy more boards and get back to skating. What's exciting about skating, because there's a community around skating. So when I'm skating, like around my campus, around my university, and I see another skater, like we just connect, like yo, what's up? I'm Romeo. What's your name? He tells me his name, and then we just link up. Okay, where do you skate? Where do you do this and this and this and this and this? What time do you skate? I'll meet up with you, exchange numbers, and the next time you meet that person, you learn a lot about skating from that person, and you basically, like, if you do that with that person for extended periods of time, you can even become the greatest of friends, which is good. So this applies to everything, whether it's chess. Also, I play chess, so there's a community around chess. There are people who love chess, people who text me or say, let's play a game, let's hang out, we're playing over the board chess on this day, you can come through, you can do this, you can do this. You understand, next time when they're throwing a party, even though it's unrelated to chess, they are more likely to invite you to those parties, to those events and stuff like that. That's how you get to have more friends, more good friends who share the same, who have similar interests as you, which is good. I mean, what's better than that? So so with hobbies, as I said, you can eliminate boredom in your life. Don't get me wrong, boredom is good, especially for me as a creative person who writes blogs, who does YouTube videos. Like, I get a lot of ideas from my boredom. I get a lot of ideas, or I get to think creatively, to think of more ideas when I'm bored. So, which is good. But some boredom is not good. Like, there are different types of boredom. Like, I get ideas when I'm bored and I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm not on my phone and stuff like that. That's when I feel like doing the most creative work and stuff like that. So sometimes people, like, when they get bored, like they get bored from doing, like, boredom that comes from self is better than boredom that comes from the external world. Like, instead of feeling bored by observing what other people are doing and stuff like that, like that's not good boredom. If you get what I'm saying. So bad boredom is like comes when people are too fixated, like when you spend too much time on social media, like you're too invested in other people's happenings, like you follow the people you follow, celebrities, like what's going on with them. Like over time, you just feel drained. You feel like that's not the good kind of boredom. Like the kind of boredom is the kind of boredom that makes you feel like you're not doing anything. Like when you just find yourself sitting, like, okay, I have to find something to do. That's the good kind of boredom. So to remove the bad kind of boredom, you can use hobbies. Besides, hobbies bring you pleasure. So why wouldn't you do something that you feel will bring you pleasure? And sometimes, like, it's unrealistic to think that all day every day our emotions or our mood will always be 100. There are times when, even though it doesn't go down drastically to a zero, there are times when you'll feel like an 80, maybe from 100, maybe 80. out of 100, like your level of joy, or like it's maybe 80, sometimes it's maybe 60. So you can use boredom to like supercharge it back to where it needs to be. Do you understand? Like get back to where it's supposed to be, feel more like yourself and stuff like that. So which is very exciting. So I like talking about hobbies, and I wrote two blogs about hobbies. You can check. I've posted the links in the down in the description box, so you can check them down there and enjoy, man. Enjoy the reading. If you like reading, you can also check out my other blogs on my blog post, or my blog website, whatever you want to call it, or my newsletter. So you can check out my other blog posts, and have yourself a beautiful day, man. Cheers.